So, Eric wins the toss. We'll break first. Making sure he had that lined up dead straight up and down the table. Try to make the wing ball. Hey, Jeff. Yeah, this will be a good match. These are probably the two favorites to win here. Nice break. Two balls sitting right over the top right pocket there. Just need a stop shot for the three. These are all sitting really nice to work your way around the table. Hey, Terry. So, stop shot on the 5. Eric's. I don't know.
I don't even know. I have no idea. It's getting there.
Nice run out by Eric. One nothing. This will be probably the match of the tournament, I think, here.
Absolutely.
This could be the final.
Well, it definitely has the makings of being a preview of the final later on.
Yeah.
And welcome back to it, guys. If you haven't done so already, help us out, smash that share button. This is going to be a barn burner match. Yeah, I'm not sure, Mike. But hey, congratulations on playing well.
Yes.
You,
What a break
you played
by
rather well this weekend, sir. So Steven at the table, shooting the 1 ball, 1 to the 4, fairly routine.
Yeah,
Calgary versus Calgary for sure.
I was going to say, with these guys going out to Vancouver, they were the first place prize, or whatever it was, $1,500. Is still costs a fair, almost that to get out there and play.
Yeah. So this is more than likely going to be tie ball game. With this type of layout, I don't see any issues at all. So he did want to come out a little bit farther than that, but it'll work. Put the 5 to the side off the end rail, back down for the 6. Into the top left-hand corner. From there, small little roll up. Leave yourself some angle to get back on the 9 ball. I would think from here, probably last pocket. A little bit of draw off that top rail. Back out for the 9 ball, same pocket. Beautiful shot. It's lagging. If it is lagging, guys, jump out of Facebook, come back in again. Yeah, this will definitely be a very, very quick match.
It could be run out, run out, run out, run out.
It definitely could be. And for anybody and anybody that is new to Q Sports Live, welcome to it. We are live for the CCS BC Championships. We're at Lakeshore Resorts, Penticton, BC. My name is Grant, sitting beside the one and only Mr. Ryan Epp. And if you are new, make sure you go onto our Q Sports Live Facebook page or the YouTube page. Hit the like or subscribe button. By doing so, you'll be notified each and every time that we go live. You'll have the option to join in on the stream again. Typically, we are live once a week.
Once a week, yeah, every weekend, or try to be anyway, yeah.
You are correct, Mike. If Eric can hold serve here, he will be your winner. If they go back and forth, run out, run out, run out, run out.
Yep.
Which has happened.
Yeah.
Stephen did that at the WCVNEA singles. He ran a perfect set for the win. What's happening, Paul? How are you? And Eric comes with it and absolutely smashes it.
No luck, though.
Only problem is, came up dry.
Yeah, he hit that harder than the last one. The last one, he had the wing ball flying in.
Oh, brother, Ted, my man, no childish at all. That is happening Friday night.
Yeah.
Ryan's gonna go. Ryan's gonna go live with his phone. I feel I at least owe it to you to do what you've asked me to do. However, when we were in Phoenix, the room there really wasn't conducive for it, and I was absolutely beat tired. But it'll happen Friday night here. There's a club
DJ, yeah.
Yeah, with a DJ, and I'll tell you what. Based on last year, it'll be a good time. So we'll go live Friday night with that. What is a perfect set? It is a run, 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 run. You run out everything.
Was it 6 or 7 down there, and he ran 7. Yeah. I think it was 7.
Yeah, it was a race to 7, and he ran out all 7. Tony, no, it is not the finals. These are quarter, I believe.
Semifinals.
Semifinals. Absolutely, Chris.
Yeah.
You know it. Smash it up. Smash that share button. Invite all your friends, families. Post it to your own page.
Share to groups. You can share to your buddies' timelines.
Even invite your enemies. Ryan and I will entertain anybody. We're good for that. There you go. You certainly did encourage it. Yourself and Rick and Bob Danielson sent 20 bucks in for that. A couple other guys sent 20 bucks in. So I will make it happen. It'll happen Friday night here, guys. For those that don't know what we're talking about, I was somewhat hoodwinked into somehow
getting jiggy with it.
Getting jiggy and dancing a little bit on the live stream. That was supposed to happen last weekend for the NAPT event in Phoenix. But as I mentioned, was a touch tired. The room wasn't very conducive for that type of thing. So where we are here, it definitely will be. We do have a Q giveaway. It is for the Jacoby custom Q brand.
Throw that up here in 1 second.
Edward is spamming his frenemies right now. Perfect. That's what we like to see. And there is our Q giveaway, guys. $20 per coupon pack. Within that coupon pack, you do get an entry into the Q giveaway. It is for Jacoby Custom Q, value $895 US, and she is absolutely beautiful. So Steven with a chance to actually go up 3-1 here with another break and run. And with the way that he breaks, he absolutely smashes these breaks.
They should win a prize for being the first ones to use the flip cards.
Right? Thumpers should be available hopefully before we go to Niagara Falls. But we do have a special deal on those as well. If you are in the market for that thumper, just send a message to the Q Sports Live page. We will let you know what we can do, how we can accomplish that for you.
Unlucky by Steven there. Good break, but
yeah,
7-ball gets in the way.
7-ball got in the way.
There's Ursula online. They got a new name because their account got hacked or something.
Oh.
It's something Pool Hall or something.
I gotcha. Can you enter it from home? Absolutely. So if you want to get in on that Jacoby Q giveaway, again, 20 Canadian dollars. If you're in Canada, qsportslive@gmail.com is the email address. If you're outside of Canada, you can go search on the GoFundMe site. So go to GoFundMe, search for Q Sports Live, and just do a $20 donation there. As soon as we get those in, we will send you a picture of your ticket into the giveaway. And then include your email address in either case, whether it's on the GoFundMe or email, and we will email you a picture or a copy of the viewer advantage.
Yep, just the only comment on either one, just your email address is all we need, and we're good.
Yeah. Audio just went funky. Anything that... Just go back and back out of Facebook and come in again. How many tickets, Rob? It's not about the number of tickets. That's what happens on a Q raffle. We're not allowed to raffle. So with the Q giveaway, it is done by date. So the draw date is set. It is March 13th. That will be in Niagara Falls. So we'll do the draw in Niagara Falls March 13th.
That Precious King is Ursula now. Yeah.
There you go. And guys, let me know if the audio is still funky.
Shouldn't be. I reset the soundboard, so we're...
Okay. Hey, thanks, Millie. We appreciate that. Denise, Ben is at home. It's his son's birthday.
Oh, thank you, Millie. That's awesome.
So Steven's looking really, really good here to run out. So he's got two options here. He can try to slow roll this 2-ball into the top right and hold for the 5-ball to the top left. Or if he shoots this 2 to the top right with a little bit of a stun over, he can put the 4-ball.
Stunning, it looks like.
Yeah, probably around the 5, yeah. 4-ball into the top right-hand corner. Two options here.
Through the window.
Go off the top rail, shoot the gap between 5-9, 5-ball to the top left. Or you can try to draw back out and have a 5-9 combo, or forward with right.
A little far. No, I don't. I play at 9 p.m. tonight. It won't be on the stream. Like my match is on table 40. Our stream tables are table 21, 22. What a shot.
So
Eric's like, you can have that. I've had enough of that. It's yours.
Yeah. Eric stands up and says, yeah, that's enough of that. So we'll give a quick shout out to one of our sponsors here, guys. Mike Burton Home Team, Remax Realty Professionals. They are based out of Calgary. If you are in the market for buying or selling or in need of a mortgage, give them a call. They are the best in the business. They're also quite the accomplished pool players.
They are.
Mike and Mike, Mike Burton, Mike Abu. You may have caught a glimpse of those guys when, if you've ever been to Vegas VNEA. Their team is Team Spain Ola.
They've done very well down there over the years.
They have.
There's Eric's little cut break again.
I believe there's 60 tables here.
40.
40. I lied. 40 tables. Depends on what event. So we've got all different types of events here this week. We've got 9-ball singles, we've got scotch doubles, we've got 8-ball singles, and then team 8-ball.
And team 9-ball.
And team 9-ball, yeah.
Ladies got a division, ladies teams, ladies singles.
You bet. Eric with the equalizer. Or sorry, not the equalizer.
Well,
the quick rack.
Quick one.
Nice 2-9 combination. So I believe the 9-ball singles had 91 entries.
79.
79? I'm getting close.
Yeah. Well, I said 76 earlier, but then I checked CompuSport, it says 79. I think I got 91 in my division for the 8-ball singles.
Hey, you're welcome, Bruce. Maybe that's what it was I was looking at.
Maybe.
I remember distinctly seeing a 91, but I thought I was looking at the 9-ball entry.
As long as I finish number 1, it's all good.
Yes. Oh, I didn't answer one of the questions here on the 3-ball. I believe it was a push out. So 9-ball, after you break, you do have the option to push if you don't see the next lowest ball on the table. Stephen with a really, really nice controlled break there. Took away some of the power to add the control and comes up good. Gets a shot at the 1.
2's going to be tough.
2 is the challenge.
Does he put a little bottom right on this and try to go 2 rails and break that out?
Well, there's a couple of ways that you can do this. Like you said, take the 1 to the bottom left and go back and forth, try to break the 2. You can play safe here. And with this type of table, wow, that was a really well struck ball. A lot of control, yeah, a lot of control out of Stephen. What's going on, Royce? Yeah, the 1 ball, you could bank it, you can cut it like he did, or you can play safe. So that's the thing with 9-ball and trying to commentate on 9-ball. There are a lot of different options, same as on this shot. So the 2-ball does bank, and if I know Stephen, if it doesn't go straight to the heart, he will try this bank, or you can use the 9-ball and try to play safe. Tried to go for the bank.
It was going, cue ball just got in the way.
It did. And that was kind of the hard part with that bank shot, is exactly what happened, trying to get the cue ball out of the way. So I think if I'm Eric here, I'm gonna play safe. I'm gonna go on the underside of 2, almost like I'm banking the 2 to the right-hand side pocket and use the 9-ball as a blocker. Just because the run out.
Yeah.
The run out's a little bit tough. He's got to go 2-ball to the 3-ball. And even if he plays the 2-5 combination, with that angle, he's sending the cue ball away from where the 2-ball or where he wants to be. And depending on the angle he has down there, he might be able to use the 9 as a blocker. But I'm not sure. It really depends on what the angle is down there.
Even with using the 9 as a blocker, you better get that 2-ball safe because Steven jumps so well.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to leave it hanging or even close to a pocket.
Or out in the open. He's got to be on a rail. Make it a little tougher jumping at it. This is a tough shot to even get safe.
Well, you can do it. Like I said, if you almost like you're banking the 2-ball to the right-hand side pocket, but it is a very controlled shot.
Yeah.
And then you just draw off the top end rail, use the 9-ball as your blocker. Mike says, bring it with the Z bank. Nice shot, but does the 6 come into play? Nope. He has got full hit on the 2.
That was nice.
Can you see on that angle? Does 3 go by the 4?
I think it will.
Wow, there's an odd miss from Eric.
Yeah.
You will usually not see that out of Eric Vargas.
You have to spin it a little bit, it looks.
It looked like it.
Because he played that inside, yeah. Tried to swerve it. Hey, John.
What is going on, John? Question is, does the 3 pass the 4-ball? With the weight he played this, I would say it absolutely goes by that 4-ball. So 3 and 4 all go into the same pocket. From there, it is like shooting fish in a barrel from Steven. I'd normally say your game winner is going to be from the 7 to the 9, but I don't see any issues at all. Video is all of a sudden not really smooth. Edward just jumped off Facebook and back in again. So it could be when the video starts jumping like that, it could be the internet connection from whatever you're connected to. So just log out of Facebook and go back in again.
As we got the best upload rate we've ever had.
98? Yeah, wow.
Megabytes per second.
Usually we require 7 to 8 megabytes per second. 98 is pretty good.
Yeah, so stream should be smooth all the way through.
And Eric stands up and says that's good. That'll give Steven a 4-2 lead over Eric. Try closing right down, Edward. So not just out and back.
Yeah,
shout out to another one of our sponsors. I'll let Ryan give that one.
Mr. Bob Danielson, custom cues, the SS 360 low deflection shaft that Ben, Grant, and myself all use. We do sell these. We have some that we travel around with. So if you see us around, come try one out. We got a few you could demo. An amazing shaft.
They do hit well. And sorry, Edward, kind of got cut off there, but yeah, try closing right out of Facebook. So shut it right down and then come back in again. And guys, once again, if you are just tuning in, help us out and smash it up. This could potentially be a preview of the finals later on tonight.
Very well could be. So yeah, click that share button, guys.
Andre, these are 3.5 by 7 Valley bar box tables. This is for the CCS BC Championships. We are at the Lakeside Resort in beautiful British Columbia. Jacoby Carbons, we're not actually getting a bunch in. Ryan and Ben are getting some demo ones. But if you are looking for that Jacoby Black, there is a big list that's starting up right now, Mike. So what they're doing is doing all the radial pins first. So if you do have a radial pin and want one of those, I would urge you to get on that list ASAP. Message the page, let us know you are looking for that. Any of the other pin styles, they'll do after they're kind of caught up on their list for the radial pin. But again, same type of thing. We've got a little bit of a deal that we can do on them.
Yep.
And if you do want to know what that deal is and how it all works, just message the page. I'll get back to you. I'll let you know all the details.
Yeah, and those, for any other pin other than the radial, those will start becoming available towards the end of March, I believe. But it's starting, I believe, tomorrow or the next day is when the radials are available.
28th, I think.
2 days.
Yeah. Andre tuning in from Portugal. We had a gentleman, may have even been yourself, tuning in from Portugal throughout the NAPT weekend. Ben is not playing in this. He is back in Calgary. It's his son's birthday. So it is myself, Grant, sitting beside the one and only Ryan Epp. We are your commentators all week long here. We are live today and every day throughout end of day Sunday.
And it's already been a long week.
Hey, Brian, thank you very much. Innisfil, Ontario. Nice lock-up safety. So you'll see when both Eric and Eric and Steven play each other, if they're going to play a safe, it is going to be a lock-up behind a ball type of
They
safety.
both jump and kick so well.
Exactly. They both jump amazingly well. You cannot push or play safe into a jump shot. However, the kick is on, and Eric does spank it. Does he get lucky here? He does. He got that jelly roll.
Well,
a little bit of love from the table.
He raised his hand up too to.
He apologized,
yeah.
absolutely. Good sportsmanship. An unintentional or inadvertent safety.
Well, you're never going to win a pool tournament without luck.
Oh, of course, of course.
I don't care how good you are.
Sometimes better to be lucky than good.
Yep.
What level are these guys? Tom, both of these guys are or could be considered pro level players. So Stephen Halem, he has a Fargo rating of 752.
Yeah.
So they say that in the Fargo rating, 720 plus is a pro, and he's just a smidge over 720.
Yeah.
Eric Vargas, Fargo rating is in the 700s as well. Not 100% sure what it is.
If you saw Michelle, she's the ref here that came in. Neat little trick is she's got that little flashlight to shine down. You can see if the ball is froze or not.
Yeah.
Put the light on the other side.
And Jacob tuning in Miles City, Montana. We will see you guys in September for sure.
That's in Billings, though, I think, this year, right?
I think he's going to try to put this up to the top right. Well, he got there, unintentional, and does not come out very good on that. So unintentional, but I knew he was going to go up to the top right-hand corner just in case he missed. Or sorry, bottom right-hand corner, not top. So in a little bit of trouble here. He may have to go 2 rails on this 5-ball. And that's exactly what he's looking at. The 1 rail is, I don't think it's on because of where the 8-ball is. But certainly can go 2. You are correct. That is true, Gary. That is 9-ball. Really nice hit. Does Steven get some luck?
He does.
Gets a little bit of love back. And Eric is not happy with that.
I'm looking almost down it, and he's going to have to jump.
Jump cut?
Well, no, jump to hit the edge of the 5. You can't.
Yeah, jump cross bank into the bottom left-hand corner.
Yeah.
That would be the ideal shot. And then send the cue ball back up table. Hopefully you get a little bit of a jelly roll, get safe if you miss.
Unless he tries to play this 3 rails cue ball first 3 rails. That's what he's looking at, I think.
Millie, no such thing. We would not do it. Watching from Powell River. See you on Thursday. We'll be here, Brian.
Maybe.
We'll be here in some form or fashion. We'll physically be here mentally by...
Today I was pretty rough already.
Yeah, by the time Thursday comes, we'll see what type of condition we're in mentally. Oh, goes for a 3-rail hit safe. Didn't quite get there, though, but really nice hit. In terms of foots, what size of table? These are 3.5 by 7 foot. We are the ones doing Niagara Falls in a couple of weeks, Tom. We will be there. And again, another lock-up safety right behind the ball from Steven. You're going to see that both out of Steven and Eric. When they play a safety, they're going to try to nudge right to whatever ball they're intending to play safe on. Didn't get it. 9 foot. Nope. 7 foot. Yeah. So in this particular tournament, this is the CCS BC Championships, and all of the CCS league plays on a 3.5 by 7 diamond table or valley table. Really nice effort from Eric there. Love the thought process. Gets upset with himself.
Steven tried to shake hands, saying, thanks,
Eric
give me
says,
the whole thing.
Eric says, wait a minute, I only gave you this game, not the match. So Eric's a little bit upset.
Pool God's not on his side.
Yeah, and you know what? Sometimes that's how 9-ball goes.
Yeah.
Right, but you do have to try to control that. We'll see if Steven comes up dry. Eric can really, really bring it. You cannot count him out no matter what the score is.
No.
Although he is in a little tough being down 5-2 to Steven. Do we have 9 foot? Absolutely. We just finished doing a Division II Ladies Championship on 9 foot tables. So you'll come to find with Q Sports Live, we're a variety of things. Not only with the table size, but we've got diamond tables, valley tables, Waranka tables, and a variety of skill levels as well. We are not the type of streaming company that says you have to be at a pro level or a certain level in order to play on the stream. We're a fan of the sport, so we are here to support it no matter what the skill level is. You can have juniors, you can have beginners, we'll have pros, we'll have a good mix of absolutely everything in between. Yeah, junior. Most people wouldn't give that up to anybody. Steven, however, plays again pro level player.
These guys play on the same team together. They play each other a ton.
Yeah, they are teammates for sure. Thanks, John. We appreciate that. We certainly put our time in, that's for sure. Put our time in, best efforts. We even do our best as far as sponsors are concerned. It is vitally, vitally important, not only to our stream, but to the sport. All of the sponsors that you see us putting up in between racks and what have you, really, really important. Even if you're not buying any of their products, just go onto their media outlet page, whether it's their Facebook page or website or what have you. Let them know that you saw them on Q Sports Live. You appreciate what it is that they're trying to do for the game. It is so vitally important to help us do what we do and try to cover off as many of the events throughout a calendar year as what we can. Without those sponsors, we would not be able to do what it is that we do. Yep. Right? Free streaming, some of the best out there. And that all happens because of the sponsors that we have. Any 10-ball tournaments? Absolutely. We have a lot of 10-ball tournaments scheduled in Calgary. So following this one, we'll be back at home. We might be dry for
1 week. We'll take a weekend
we'll
off.
We'll have a 1 weekend off, and then we're live in Niagara Falls. Same type of event. It is CCS. And then we go back to Calgary, where we have the Alberta Bar Box Championships. That is
in March.
9-ball, 10-ball, and 8-ball.
All on the bar box.
All on the bar box, yeah.
Diamonds.
Indeed. Are we coming to Vegas?
Yes.
We are. We will be there for the ACS Vegas Championships. We're working on one other one.
Yep.
We're about 90% that we have it, but we'll let that cat out of the bag once we dot all the I's, cross all the T's. Or is it cross all the I's and dot all the T's?
Paper shredder.
Ah, I gotcha.
Solves all the issues.
Yeah.
With crossing the wrong thing.
100% correct, Jeremy. You don't get to be that consistent to become that pro level without putting your time in. These guys have put in a lot of time.
I know Eric does work part-time, but the amount of hours they put in a week on a table is almost a full-time job.
Yeah. They just keep winning, Jeremy. That's part of it. You know, when you're talking in our sport, and this is kind of what I was alluding to earlier. When you talk pro players, especially in the men's division within North America, there's nothing that defines that. You're kind of a self-proclaimed pro. The only way that they get paid is to win tournaments. You'll have some guys out there, very, very few, that actually get paid by their sponsors, but for the most part, the pro players out there get, sponsored their cues or any of that kind of thing, but their sponsors don't actually pay them money. And this is one of the things that as Q Sports Live we are trying to change, but that all starts with our followers and our viewers. This is why I say it's really, really important that any of the sponsors that you see us put up, whether it's Jam Up or Jacoby or Bob Danielson or whoever it is, make sure you let them know you appreciate it. This is how we're going to grow the game. We do have big, big, big plans in order to help this game out, but that all starts with kind of baby steps and taking it from one level to the next. So very vitally important.
When is the ACS in Vegas? It's May 11th to 18th.
Yeah, Jeremy, it's for these guys, it's really not the $500 tournaments that they're looking at. They'll look for big money, so $10,000 added, $5,000 added, $35,000 added. Those are the ones that they travel to. So, for example, there's one down in Four Bears, North Dakota, that's put on by Ray Poitras and his crew. They do a phenomenal job, and that has $10,000 added to the main 8-ball event.
Yeah,
it's $35,000 added overall, but $10,000 to the main event. And those are the ones that these guys go and try to take down. This is where you see Corey Deuel, Shane Van Boning, Roberto Gomez. You'll see Steven down there. You'll see Eric down there. And those are the ones they try and go and take down.
Yeah, and both these guys, Eric and Steven, are booked to play in the U.S. Open.
We're the bee's knees. Thanks, Millie.
Here comes Eric with the jump shot.
Yeah, it can definitely get expensive. But, for example, Stephen Halem last year, his tournament winnings somewhere between 70 and 100,000 last year. But, I mean, they're on the road constantly.
Yes.
This is their job. This is what they do. So for a part-time player like myself, I would consider myself a part-time player. I'm definitely not at their skill, their caliber. When I'm hitting good, I might be able to compete a little bit, but on the average, there's no way I can compete with Steven. I can compete with Eric on a regular basis. It's just not where I'm at. Stephen did make that much last year, you bet. Right, which pales in comparison when you look at a guy like Shane Van Boning, right? Shane's up 200,000, somewhere in that neighborhood every year.
And Shane gets paid by a lot of his sponsors too, because he is the #1 player in the world.
Yeah.
But you got to be in that top 10 in the world to get your sponsors paying any more than product or giving you deals.
Yeah.
If you're selling their product and stuff like that.
Yeah, you bet. How does Stephen and Eric be allowed to play in the CCS events if they are pro? Because this is, again, right, it goes back to one of the issues that our sport has. There is nothing that clearly defines a pro. You are self-proclaimed. Now, Stephen and Eric are getting to the point where whether they declare themselves or not, they'll be considered a pro. So I would imagine that these are going to be the last year, maybe two if they're really lucky.
Stephen, this is his last year.
But yeah, I would say for Stephen, this is it for him. Can we show the split screen on the Johnny game?
These guys aren't playing yet on this other table, are they?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
Grab.
No, they haven't even started. There's no match on that other table right now. No, and I would agree, Jeremy, but part of the problem is this. Yeah, and you're 100% correct there, Todd. The GOAT made way more than that. The problem with the pool industry is this: because there is no real structure to our game. There's no structure to the sport. And what I'm talking about is going from a sub-junior to a junior to an amateur to a semi-pro to a pro. What are the steps required in order to do that? Where is the structure in that? And right now, pool doesn't have that. We've got leagues that, there's 10 different leagues or more within North America, and they each have their own different set of rules with their different ranking systems and so on and so forth. So when you try to get those outside sponsorships like the Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Nike, all of those guys with the big money to help us grow the sport, without the structure, they're not going to put the money in. And so as Q Sports Live, we've got a couple of ways that we want to be able to help out and kind of create that and so on and so forth. But again, that's going to take some time. It's going to take some cash to do it. And we're willing to do the work. Mark our words, guys. We're more than willing to do the work. However, in order for that to happen, there's milestones, there's stages that we have to go through. And part of that is the sponsors that we have right now, the Jacobys, the Mike Burtons, the T3s, the Sure Shots, all of these guys that we put up on the stream. Make sure you go there. Say, hey, look, I appreciate what you guys are doing. Let them know that it's actually working. From there, it gives us somewhere to build on. So not that I wanted to go on that long of a tangent, but that's kind of the way it is.
Lining up the 1-9. Try to end this first game quick.
Tony, they have done it twice as the Grandmaster champions. They're going to go back to VNEA this year to see if they can get a three-peat. I would suspect if they get that three-peat, that's going to be the last hurrah for Stephen. He will be considered too good and at the pro level. I don't know if TV is going to be the option for streaming. There's other streaming companies out there besides Q Sports Live. We happen to be at the top of the barrel when talking about streaming as far as followers are concerned. A large part of that is due to you guys. But I don't think TV is the option. Nope. Because a part of the benefit that we bring to the table is you don't have to be at home in front of your TV to watch us. If you've got internet connection or data on your phone or tablet or whatever device you're using, we can be anywhere you want to be. So we kind of have a little bit of a leg up on TV, but we need our viewing audience to get up there. This is why we keep asking you to smash the share button, share to your friends, the pool group, so on and so forth. And believe me, we have some big, big plans, guys. They're lofty goals, without a doubt. But I have faith. I think we can do it. Dave, if the video is choppy, back out of Facebook and go back in again. Yeah, you got it, Edward. The sure shot. You know it. Come to Saratoga, Wyoming. Absolutely. We'd love to go down there, Clinton, but if you know the event organizer, have him get a hold of us. We have a truck. We're willing to travel. Last year, we were all over the place. Las Vegas. We were in Miles City, Montana. All the way to Eastern Canada. We were down in Texas. We have a truck. We are willing to travel. So if you or your friends, relatives, whoever's running these events, get a hold of them. Let them know they need Q Sports Live there.
Yeah, we can price out for whoever you want. It's easy enough. See if it's worth getting us to come down. As I'm flying through some of our sponsors on the screen here, somebody taking a break there.
And Gail, you're 100% correct. On the TV, you can't interact with the fans. That's part of what I guess makes Q Sports Live a little bit unique. We would love to go to the Super Billiards Expos. We will do absolutely any event, be it a pro or amateur event. Get a hold of us. Let us know you want us to do it. We'll get back to you. We'll let you know what it would take to have us down there to get it done. But this is what we all want to do full time. This is something that all three of us, myself, Ryan, and Ben, this is our desire. This is our passion. I'm not Shane Van Boning, but I can tell you our passion for the game will rival anybody. What do you need to sustain a pro career to start? That is, again, it's part of the issue with our sport. There is no set structure. Is everyone allowed to use the Magic Rack? Gene, yes. If you have a Magic Rack, so long as you make it available for your opponent, you can use the Magic Rack over the triangle. Colton, the T3 butt is made by Jacoby, but you cannot order it from Jacoby. It's either got to be direct through the T3, through Richard, or through Q Sports Live. Q Sports Live does have a little bit of a discount that we are able to give. If you're in the market for one of those, send us a message to the Q Sports Live page. I'll go through absolutely everything on how you can get your hands on one. Hey, Clinton, not sure if that's in regards to the Super Billiards or one of the other tournaments that was mentioned. But rather than putting his number on the comments, if you can message that to the Q Sports Live page, that would be great.
Or everybody text whoever that is and say you need Q Sports Live wherever.
Millie, absolutely. Anytime we are around anywhere for anybody. If you guys want to come up, say hi, we are more than happy to do it. I'll give you an example. Todd Metzmeyer is also kind of a super fan of Q Sports Live. He's a big supporter of us. Took a 4.5-hour drive down when we were in Phoenix last weekend. And I put him on the live stream.
Nice. Yep.
I put him on a microphone. So I took him in and he was a guest commentator. Hey, Joey, how are you? No troubles at all, Colton. And also, Clinton, when you, Clinton, sorry. When you send that message in, let us know what tournament that's for. Gene, with it being 9-ball on the box, those guys don't care. They'll use a magic rack, a triangle. With the way that both of those guys break, it really doesn't matter. Don't matter whether they're using the triangle or a magic rack. They'll just smash them anyway.
Johnny's going to get a game back here.
Yeah, no troubles.
Thanks.
John, like I said, we've got some pretty lofty goals and ways that we can make it happen. But before we get there, I mean, it's obvious, right? It's going to be baby steps. But a lot of that is going to be, the viewing audience and the participation. The participation is amazing, guys. We have some of the best viewers out there, bar none. But it does take, when we do put up these sponsors of Q Sports Live, of tournament sponsors, CCS, for everybody to get a hold of them. Let them know, hey, look, we saw you on Q Sports Live. Thank you for the support and supporting our sport, so on and so forth. It's going to take a lot of viewers to help us out and get that done. The more events that we cover, the more sponsors we can get. And believe me, like I said earlier, we have some really, really lofty goals as far as what we want to do with the sport. We want to change the face. We want to change this game. And in order to do that, we've got to accomplish our goals. That doesn't happen without you guys.
What number is the stream tables? Table 21 and 22. So if you're looking on CompuSport, those are the two stream tables, 21 and 22. And there will be tables changed to move matches around and stuff.
Yeah.
Shannon's pretty accommodating for us.
Pete Robertson, good afternoon. Well, I guess it's good evening from where we are to you down in, I believe, Adelaide, Australia, if my memory is correct. And we can get it there, Brian. I'm telling you. If I could go into full detail on what our business plan is, I don't know if you guys would believe it, because we have some really, really lofty goals. But I know we can do it. I know we can get it there. Sorry, Ryan's fallen asleep here on the scorekeeping.
I'm thinking about how I'm going to try to stand up to play my match at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I don't think you're past it at all, Millie. I mean, you look at the GOAT, right? The greatest of all time. Now, I mean, obviously Efren has played from a very, very young age, but I really don't think age has anything to do with it. Same as gender, right? The Q at the end of the day, the Q doesn't know how old you are, and it doesn't know what gender you are. If you have the knowledge to wield it at that ability, age and gender has nothing to do with anything. Mike, what's going on from Ohio? Sometimes I have a really, really good memory.
Yeah.
Adelaide, Australia. Pete, I got your back. Thanks for tuning in again.
It's just because it's really warm in Adelaide. That's why you remember.
And apparently very beautiful.
If he was,
but I remember Pete's name, Pete Robertson, and I remember Adelaide, Australia.
If he was from Homer, Alaska, or somewhere, you wouldn't remember that.
I would remember because it's too dang cold up there. What's going on, Brian? So, guys, once again, if you are just tuning in, we are live. This is the CCS BC Championships.
See a 9-ball combo coming.
Yeah, broadcasting live out of the Lakeside Resort here in Penticton, British Columbia. Welcome to it. We'll be live here all week. right up until end of day Sunday, bringing you all the coverage. We have 9-ball going on right now in the singles. We have some Scotch doubles slated. We have 8-ball singles slated. There is 9-ball teams. There is 8-ball teams. It is going to be a massive variety, not only with the game that we display, but some of the skill level. You're going to see guys like Steven and Eric who just played, who play at the pro level, right on down to a beginner player.
Like me, if I can get on there.
You're not a beginner, but okay.
I'm in the beginner division. Hopefully, just for the qualifier, I can win my way out.
Douglas watching in Playa del Carmen. I am jealous, sir. 40 degrees Celsius. Wow. Pete, my brother, I'm in. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to go.
That's too warm.
Absolutely, Mike. You're never too old. Like I said before, you know, the cue does not know your age. The cue does not know whether you're male or female. It's really more about development and your mind. And I'll kind of give you my 2 cents on what my thought process is. This is my thought process. By the time you reach a master level caliber player, what is the difference between a master and a pro? It's your thoughts. Nothing more, because there's not a shot on the table that a master makes that a pro can't make, or vice versa. The shot making ability, I think, is very, very, very close. What does make the difference is the mental capacity of a pro player. Ian's watching from Castlegar in BC.
Popular Bluff, Montana.
Welcome to it, Tony. And guys, if you are new to Q Sports Live, once again, my name is Grant. I'm sitting beside the one and only Mr. Mr. Ryan Epp. You can tell my voice is starting to go already. I'm on day 1, but I just came from Phoenix, Arizona, where we had the NAPT Division II
race 7 and 5
ladies championships, and that was
Serge is
3
going to
days
7,
straight.
Johnny to 5.
A healthy body definitely helps. You know what, O'Neill? Here's the funny thing with that. So, O'Neill, if I remember correctly, you are from Jamaica. The funny thing with that is when we were in Niagara Falls for the APA-CPA border battle, we put on one stream where there was a 87-year-old lady and an 89-year-old man still playing pool in league.
Yep.
It was
awesome.
amazing to see. And they could hit. They could
yeah.
shoot.
Oh, yeah.
It was awesome. That's 100% correct, Wayne. If you want to see amazing and picture-perfect fundamentals, go back to that NAPT finals. You'll see Bethany there, and she put on an absolute display of what fundamentals and basics will get you. Yeah, I would agree. Jeremy is same as who else does those? I'm drawing such a blank right now. He was at APA Border Battle.
Florian.
Yes, thanks. Florian Kohler, Charles the Inventor Lakey. They don't necessarily have to play at a high level. They do, but they do all the trick shots and basic fundamentals and so on and so forth. So if you haven't or don't know who Charles the Inventor Lakey is or Florian Kohler, look them up.
Yep.
YouTube them, Facebook, whatever. Some amazing stuff. Thanks, Millie.
Chad, we do have Q giveaway, we're calling it now.
Yes.
$20 a ticket for the coupon pack. With that, you get an entry into the Q giveaway.
100% correct, O'Neill. And you know what? It all stems from when you look at her ability to play. And that was a Division II, so not quite the Masters or the pro level, but a Division II first timer with fundamentals as solid, and I mean rock solid, as what Bethany displayed there. It's no wonder she won. Yep. Ben and I picked that right out from day one, basic fundamentals. Dr. Dave indeed, Jeremy. So guys, listen, I'm going to take a quick weather check break. I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of Mr. Ryan Epp here. Yep. And I will be back in about 7 minutes from now. It takes me a little bit to walk out front.
And then I might take a little break before I got to play here at 9 o'clock.
Absolutely. So I'll be back here roughly 7 minutes from now.
Yeah, Florian, yeah, with the wood broom handle, yeah, he can, the way he strokes and shoots, he can shoot with anything. Yeah. I'll pop that draw up there quickly. Payment options are qsportslive@gmail.com for email money transfer, or to our GoFundMe page. You can look that up as Q Sports Live too on GoFundMe. PayPal does not like us. Shut down another one of our accounts. So again, qsportslive@gmail.com for email money transfer, $20 a ticket, or a $20 donation to our GoFundMe page, Q Sports Live. The only comment we need is just your email address, and then we will email you that coupon pack and your entry. Nope, PayPal shut us down. They're holding almost $3 grand of our money in 3 different accounts, so we are not using PayPal. It's just a donation to our GoFundMe page. So email, yes, we do email money transfer to qsportslive@gmail.com. Just leave in the comments your email address. Big break by Serge. When is the draw for the queue? Because it is a contest, we have to have an opening and closing date, so we will draw that March 13th in Niagara Falls at the CCS Canadians. So just updated the score there. It is 3-1 for Surge. No. Did invited for another one at one point too. We're in Vegas during that time anyway.
Alrighty, guys, I'm back with you. When is the draw for the queue?
I answered that.
Oh, okay.
Yep, March 13th.
Is there an online draw sheet for the tournament? There is. It is available on CompuSport. When you go there, I believe it's under CCS British Columbia Championships, something like that.
Yep. Raid Q's British Columbia Championships.
All right, so we have Serge Centaur. I only know that because I know him. And Johnny K. battling it out. Serge with a 3-1 lead. He's racing to 7. Johnny racing to 5. And guys, let's smash it up. We've dropped a little in viewers. Smash that share button.
Well, guys, I'm going to take a little break. I got to play at 9 o'clock, so going to run up to the room and.
I got you. I don't have to play till 10:30 tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Nope. I just gave mine to Joe. Joe will be right back now. Alrighty, guys, so for those that are just joining in, my name is Grant. I've got you for the rest of the evening, or at least till Ryan has done his match. And once again, guys, if you are just tuning in, help us out, smash that share button. We'll watch Serge try to take a 4-1 lead here. A little bit of a roll shot here. Got to be careful of that side pocket. 6 to the bottom right-hand corner. I think it's too far past that side pocket to cut that in. What is happening, Tim? Thanks, Pete. Much appreciated. See if we can get a few more viewers in here from Adelaide. Ken, I wouldn't say that there's one that's better than the other. It depends on kind of what you're looking for in a league. For example, the CCS league here has shorter seasons and numerous playoff events that you can go to. There's one in Nanaimo, there's one here in Penticton, one in Calgary, one in Niagara Falls. So give you a little bit of a variety as far as playoffs. Southern Music is another one. That one's based out of Calgary. APA, ACS. Yeah, there's numerous leagues, but the important part is to get out and start swinging again. What time is it where we are? It is 7:15. Yeah, any of the sanctioned leagues. Mr. Pringle Isaac, positive comments, please. I'm going to go ahead and delete that comment. We are at a CCS event. I believe it's mercury cloth, Leonard. These are 3.5 by 7 foot valley tables. Yeah, tap is another one that's kind of an up-and-comer. And I completely missed us. Sorry about that, guys. I completely missed who won that last game. I believe Surge did win that last game. Well, Mike, again, I got to delete that, my brother. Opinions are opinions. You are certainly entitled to it. But I can't have when we're on doing a CCS event and covering it. I can't and I won't have negative comments about it. Watching from New York, Kyle, thanks for tuning in. So Johnny at the table, shooting on the one ball, really not in a good position. I would imagine we'll see him play safe. Chip off the top of that one ball, send it back down to the bottom rail here, send the cue ball up, and hide behind that 379 cluster. Didn't quite get there. He's left the one ball on, but a lot of distance in between that cue ball and one ball. No troubles, guys. I got your back. And like I said, Mike, you are entitled to your opinions, but I won't have comments made like that while I'm covering a CCS event. So first, last, and only warning from this point. Again, you're entitled, certainly entitled to your opinion, but I won't have those type of comments. Oh, Joseph, it's one of the things I am the strongest with. I do not want nor need negative comments. As I said, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Whether you think the ranking system is wrong, the payouts are wrong, all the other negative comments that are out there, you are certainly entitled to them. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to allow those type of comments on the live stream. We want to have a positive vibe here. So Serge at the table here, shooting a 3-7 combination, may send this 9 flying. He's got a chance he can make this up to the bottom left-hand table here. So he did take a swing at it. Did he get the better of it? So I'm staring down the pipe at that 3 ball. He does have the outside edge, but not enough to make it. So I would try to play a kind of a containing safety here. He's got enough of that 3 ball. He can chip the right-hand side of that, still get enough of it to send it behind the 4 ball. A nice weighted shot will put the cue ball behind the 4 ball, maybe even the 8 ball. And there's no need to swerve like this. He's going to try to make it. And came out on the better side. Yeah, and like I said, Ken, every league out there, you can say has their flaws or their draws or what have you. It really does depend on what it is that you're looking for personally. So myself personally, do I play in CCS? Absolutely, positively. I really like the way that it's organized. I like the fact that it has different venues that I get to play in. Penticton, Nanaimo, Calgary, Niagara. I appreciate it, Mike. Right, even BCA. BCA has their flaws. Every league out there does. It's a matter of really what it is that you're looking for in particular. Great hit from Serge there. I'm sure he didn't mean to make that 6 ball. Left himself really tough on this 3. Might be able to split the window between the 7 and 8. Go off. That's going to be tough. Might have to go off a couple of rails here. I'll somewhat agree with that, Michael. I understand why leagues have handicapping. I understand why room owners have tournaments or events that have handicapping. I get it. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm a fan of it. I, for one, don't believe in the handicap system. I don't believe it's doing proper justice to anyone's game in particular. If I want to get better, I've got to play players that are above my skill set in order to get better. But again, I understand from business perspective as well as a league perspective on why the handicap is there. Well, and I think that's part of it too, Wayne, playing below where you should and so on and so forth. Right, but I think that's more of a personal problem than it is a league problem. Right, but I mean, there's bigger issues with our sport than looking at each or any individual league or charter or any of the organizers that put these events on. There's bigger fish to fry than worrying about what my handicap is or whether I'm a pro or whether I'm not. There's a lot that needs to be fixed with this sport, right? You can get into dress codes, you can get into, all kinds of fundamental issues that we have with the sport, part of which I've already kind of commented on. Those are things like sponsorship of the sport. There's no direct laid out path to go from a sub-junior to a junior to an amateur to a semi-pro to a pro, which is why we're in support of the NAPT. They're trying to put that structure together, right? But I mean, there's a lot of fish to fry before we can really say that, it's the handicap system or the rating system or each individual league. There's bigger fish to fry. Right? This is why I kept saying it's really important, right? Whether it's the CCS, BCA, VNEA, APA, it doesn't matter what it is. Even with our sponsors, right? When we put these posters up, Mike Burton and Jam Up and all these ones that we put up, that's the important stuff. That's the stuff that we need to be in support of. So go onto their Facebook page or media outlet. Let them know you appreciate them, even at this point with no structure at all for our sport. Appreciate them for what it is that they're attempting to do, right? And the more that we can do that, the bigger it gets. The more sponsors come on, the bigger that gets. We got, like I said, we got some lofty goals on what it is that us as Q Sports Live want to do. And we're just the beginning. We're at beginning stages. We haven't even scratched the surface, I don't think, of what it is that we're capable of doing. And there I'll agree with you, Mike Pringle. I'm a big fan of the Fargo rating system. At least when you look at the sport in its entirety, right? You can take all the leagues out of it and just look at the sport as an entire functioning unit. I'm a really big fan of the Fargo rating system. Once you're accurate, right? You've got to get up to a robustness or a number of games played before it's going to be accurate. It'll jump all over the place. Known ability, I don't think they have the ability to kind of throw that into the mix right now. And that's where it does have a fundamental flaw with it. But overall, I think it's one of the best rating systems out there. It also does, it kind of takes it on a worldwide scale as opposed to, Southern Music, for example. Their league is just based in Calgary. You look at CCS and it's all over the place. And sorry, guys, I'm just getting corrected on the score here. It is 3-3 in this match, and then I'll continue on. But what the positive side of the Fargo rating, as I stated earlier, once you have your Fargo rating and you're established and you kind of get to see where you rank in that list of peers or within your city, it really does give you something to aim for, something to strive for. And then you can take that even beyond that and look at the top players in Canada, top players North America, and it really does give you that desire to be competitive. So in that respect, yes, I absolutely am a fan of the Fargo rating. So that's my opinion. So sorry to go on such a big tangent there. Let's try and take the comments and the kind of the direction that we're in right now. Let's focus on some pools. So we've got Johnny at the table here, shooting 2 into the right-hand side pocket. Little touch of draw. Get to the 3 ball into the top left, 4 ball to the bottom left. From there, it's wide open. I don't see a reason why he shouldn't, couldn't, or wouldn't get out, short of controlling the cue ball. It's one of the key aspects to winning the game is control that cue ball. I would agree with you, Michael, but again, I've spent a lot of time on this topic already, so I'll touch on it again. Even as an amateur player, you can still use something like the Fargo rating system, or like Michael says, a decentralized system. And even as an amateur player, though, it still gives you the desire. It's kind of one of the side effects of having a Fargo rated system. One of the side effects to it is once you find out what your Fargo rating is and you become established, even though you're an amateur player, you're going to look at your peers and you're going to want to get better. You're going to want to improve. It's simply the way it is. That's just human nature. Absolutely, Ted. You know better than to tune out, fall asleep when Q Sports Live is on. We just went over a whole gamut of things, but I'm sure it's not going to be the last time that we go into a tangent like that, but I've spent a lot of time on it, and I think it's important not only for this broadcast, but give these players on the table some respect here. Let's talk about some pool and what it is that they're trying to do on the table. Nice shot there. Gets a little bit of a jelly rub on that 6-ball. So from here, again, shooting fish in a barrel, 6 into the top right-hand corner, pretty much a hit and a stick. You got the 7 into the left side pocket. Depending on the angle, that'll also be a hit and a stick or a little bit of a draw for the 9 ball to the top left-hand corner as well. I love to hear that, Brent. That's kind of it again, right? One of the good things and positive things that I think Q Sports Live has and does. On top of us being interactive, I like to follow along. I do like to engage in somewhat side conversations, but one of the benefits that Q Sports Live has, I don't think I've watched a stream yet, whether it's my own or one of the other streaming guys out there, where I don't get the pool itch. And this is, again, where we do support, and one of the benefits of Q Sports Live in how we benefit the pool community. I get the pool itch. I know I'm going down to the pool hall. I want to hit. I want to play. I want to get involved in pool again. We've had comments where people have quit, and because of the stream and because of listening and seeing what it is that we do, it gave them the itch and the desire to come back to the sport. So do we have validity within the sport? Of course we do, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. Like I said, we got lofty goals, lofty dreams on what it is that we want to accomplish, but that will depend on the viewing audience. It really, really does depend, and I can't stress it enough. It does depend on you. And I think we got some of the best fans out there, the best viewers out there. But again, we got to give credit where it's due. And yes, the commentators, we can take a little bit of credit. Maybe we make it exciting and fun and so on and so forth. But really, at the end of the day, it's the sponsors that allow us to do it. Without them, we couldn't be here. So it all comes back to sponsors and viewership, right? You guys as well, right? We got the best fans out there. I love to hear it, Millie. Oh, about them Leafs, absolutely. I would absolutely subscribe to that theory, Brian. If you want to level up your game, play players that are better than you. Tyler, this is not an SML event. This is CCS, so Canadian Q Sports. They do play in Calgary. You do not have to be a league member in order to compete in the singles event. So the 8-ball and the 9-ball, you do not have to be a league member. You can come in, pay your sanctioning fee, pay your entry fee, and you'd be in it to win it. To play in the team event, you do have to be a CCS member with, I believe it's 8 weeks. Thanks, Dean. We appreciate it. And thanks, Tim. Like I said before, I'm certainly not a Shane Van Boning. I'm not a Stephen Halem. I'm not an Eric Vargas. But what I am is a guy that is really, really passionate about pool, and my passion will rival anybody. I love the game. I love the sport. I love what it could represent. We do have a plan as Q Sports Live in order to get us there. And if I was able to, I would go into 100% detail as to what it is our plans are. Some of that is somewhat private to what it is that we're trying to accomplish. But I'll go so far as to say this. Everything that we do or attempt to do is going to be for the betterment of the game. Does that mean as a business that we're not going to make money? Absolutely not. In order for us to do this full time, of course we got to make money. I'm not independently wealthy. But beyond that, everything that we try to do is for the betterment of our game. Ted, we'd welcome you with open arms, my brother. Hey, we enjoyed both you and Todd coming up. Do we ever come to Ontario? Of course we do, Kenny. We'll be there in a couple of weeks. We will be in Niagara Falls. That'll be another CCS event. Love it, Paul. I love to hear that. He did take his break. It wasn't Serge that went for his break. It was Johnny. So I apologize for the blank screen here, guys. The other table has nobody on it as well. At this point, we don't have the PTZ camera set up, so I can't take you on a tour around the room. Otherwise, I would. So it looks like he is back now. We are ready to rock, so I just want to make sure that I have the score correct here. And we are 4-3 for Johnny, so Johnny on the hill. Sounds like a plan, Ted. All right, so back to pool here, guys. Johnny with the break. Nothing down. That will bring Serge to the table, shooting on the one based on an angle. I would say he has the one. The issue is not the one ball, I don't think. It's getting from the one to the two. May have to draw, use the 7 ball to get down towards the 2 ball. And that's not the end of it. There's a lot of work on this table. 2 to the 3 is no easy task. Gonna have to either come on the left or right hand side of the 5 ball. Put the 3 into the side pocket. And I'm gonna look down the barrel here. 4 will go by the 9 ball into the bottom left hand pocket. An inadvertent bank shot. An inadvertent bank shot to jail time. So he's going to have to use either a jump shot here or go off the side rail, left-hand spin on the cue ball just above the side pocket. And it looks like we are going airtime. So we'll see whether Serge takes this opportunity to jump this into the right-hand lower pocket. Only thing with that, oh, he tried to play the safety. He was really close to hitting that good. You and me both, Millie. I have noticed the guy, I won't say they're slippers. They're more maybe a penny loafer is, I guess, what I would call those. I know they look like a slipper on the live stream, but they are. It's actually a dress shoe. Yeah, I kind of use the leg as a helper there. So that'll bring Serge to the table, shooting the 2, 2 to the 3, no issue. 3 to the 4, has to play some shape. So when you shoot the 2 ball, you want to have some good angle on this 3 ball to the high side of center. So you can cut the 3 into the left-hand side pocket and come down either off a rail or off of a draw shot and have the 4 ball into the right side pocket. Or depending on how far you come out, you could play that into the top right or top left. Myself, I like this into the side. And we're going airtime again. Jump this 4 ball to the... I might actually play this jump shot to the side pocket. If I can jump this into the side pocket, cue ball goes up table, off the top rail, back down for the 5 to the bottom right. I don't know if you're going to get there if you play this jump shot into the top right-hand corner with natural angle. Well, that's what he tried to do, was to go into that side pocket. So Johnny is on this 4 ball. Really good look at taking the match. 4 ball straight up to the bottom left, 5 to the bottom right. And then go back and forth. 6 to the bottom left, 7 to the bottom right, 8 to the bottom left, 9 to the bottom right. And he is fairly straight on this 4 ball, so just requires him to pot the 4. A little bit of tops on that cue ball, come down about half table, maybe a little bit better than half. And from there, really nothing fancy to do. Control the cue ball, leave yourself angle on the 6, leave yourself angle on the 7. From there, you should be out. And once again, guys, if you can help me out, share it up, smash that share button. See if we can get some viewers back up here. And as I mentioned, you're going to have all different kind of skill levels featured on Q Sports Live this entire week. And regardless of the skill level, there is always things you can learn. Sometimes it's what you should do, sometimes what you shouldn't do. But there will always be things to learn. Thank you.
I was like, I heard something fall down and I'm like, eh.
So he's still okay here. As soon as he's out of the way. So this is the shot that he's got to be careful of. I'm going to go into this with some right-hand spin, come off the end rail. Allow that spin to check that cue ball. Come back out off the end rail. You'll have the 7 ball down to the bottom right. Gotta be careful. That was a little risky, but I think he got the good jelly roll. I believe he is on that 7 ball. Jimmy gives lessons on what not to do. That is you know what? It's honestly a good training lesson. This is why the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Efren Reyes, when he was in a tournament, if he was done his match, he would break off, get out of the venue. He would go to another pool hall just to watch amateurs play. That's where he got a lot of his creativity from. 21-22 are the TV tables. Didn't go quite far enough on the 8, but shouldn't be any problem with this pot here. 8 to the bottom left, back and forth 2 rails. He'll have the 9 ball to the bottom right. And if he can accomplish that, he will be your winner. Back and forth, absolutely perfect. Got a little bit close to the rail. He'll be shooting this from the beach, but nice steady stroke. Put the ball in the hole, and he will be victorious. Johnny, if he makes this 9 ball, will come out victorious over Serge. Jimmy, I will go to Western Massachusetts anytime. Anytime you guys have a tournament down there and you want Q Sports Live there, you get a hold of us. We'll get back to you with what that would take to get us down there, and we will make it happen. So guys, there is your winner, Johnny K. There is nothing else on any of the streams, so we'll do a quick shutdown, restart. We'll get ready for the next matches. If you haven't done so already, guys, make sure you've gone on to our Q Sports Live Facebook or YouTube page. Hit the like or the subscribe button. By doing so, you'll be notified when we do come back. Before I do the quick shutdown, we will give a shout out to one of our sponsors here, the Mike Burton Home Team, Remax Realty Professionals, based out of Calgary, Alberta. If you are in the market to either buy or sell or looking for a mortgage, they are the best in the business, best in class. Mike Burton, Mike Abu, not only are they real estate agent guys, they are pool players themselves. You may have seen them down in Vegas. Their team is Team Spain Ola. So in the meantime and in between time, guys, we appreciate you tuning in. We will be back with another match as soon as it comes up and is available. I appreciate everybody tuning in. We will be back here as soon as another match is available. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you back here in a few.